Another program that is a part of the Smithsonian exhibit, The Way We Work, that we are actually celebrating here in Marlington and Pocahontas County. The exhibit, for those of you who have not been there, is at the Marlington Municipal Building through October 22nd. There are some flyers back on the table with the books you can pick up. It has the hours of the exhibit on here and also the lineup of the events that are going to be going on through October 22nd. Those who have been going to the events, you know, we've had a very busy 3 or 4 weeks here. Lots of things going on. For tomorrow night, we'll be having a film here at the Opera House, Rosie the Riveter, which is a story of 35 West Virginia women who were Rosie the Riveters during World War II, so hope everybody comes out for that. Just to let everybody know who makes all of this possible, The Way We Worked is a program of the Smithsonian Institution Traveling Services. It is brought to us here in West Virginia by the West Virginia Humanities Council. Our local sponsors are the Pocahontas County Free Libraries and the Pocahontas Historical Society. We have to mention that the funding is provided by the United States Congress. And the event tonight is sponsored by Jamie Sharp and the Times Museum. Let's see, what do they call it? Times Office Museum and Store, I think is actually what it's called. So we'd like to thank Jamie Sharp for helping to sponsor this event here tonight. So I am going to just turn this over to Emily Newton, and I think we're in for a real treat tonight. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much to everyone for coming out tonight. Now, for this very special evening of music and theater and history. About a month ago, I started working with this fantastic group of students that is about to perform for us. And they are going to be performing readings from this book by Blackhurst of Men and a Mighty Mountain. Now, before they begin, I would just like to read one of the notes from the author. I believe that the environment in which we live blends its essence into our being, and we become kindred with the intimate world about us. The effect of the lofty mountain beauty or of pure rushing streams leaves an imprint on our nature and makes for itself a permanent place in the corner of the heart. Without any further ado, I give you the students of Pocahontas County High School readings from Of Men and a Mighty Mountain.
I rise above the others and look down upon their crowns. For more than 1/2 miles I stretch my length, there cradled in eternal green. My own river flows. I am rough, I am cold, men call me cheat.
From the beginning of things I have stood here. 1,000 green forests have grown upon me and died. The red man wandered beneath my trees. He shivered in my icy winds. My dense trees hemmed him in. He left my lofty top. He made no wigwam here. From the valley far below, he looked up at me in a superstitious fear. When the boys in blue and gray spilled blood across this land, I played a part. They were quick to see the advantage of my height. It was this war, though, that brought the great change. Timber-wise men came with the troops. They saw my great wealth of trees. Quietly, they scouted the vast area. When the war was done, they went home, but they remembered.
They remembered and they came again. At the foot of my great bulk, they squatted their little town. There they built their mill. The hoarse whistle startled my wild things from their slumbers.
They stripped me of my cover. The whining saws were always hungry. Then came the day when all stopped. There remained only my young and growing forests. Memory alone can now recall the tangled web of life woven.
I came from Greenbrier County working cats. I worked on night shift in the pulp loading shed, and it was a man's work. You see, wood came down along a big conveyor chain, and one man at the chain pulled the wood off and into a chute that led down to a car door. There, one of us stood on each side and piled the wood into ricks. That wood was big and heavy. Logs came wet from the pond. Then they went right into the conveyor chain. When they was running on hemlock, that conveyor chain would be piled up 4 feet high. And there was only about 6 crews of us to handle it. Them times we worked. The only tool we used was a short iron hook. We held it in one hand and pulled the pieces to us. Then with the other hand we picked up the end and set the hook behind the piece. Using the hook for the throwing force, I could throw the smaller pieces into place clear to the back of the car. But I had to carry the real heavy ones. Our job was simple to learn. All we needed was plenty of strength and sense enough to prevent the sticking that point of that sharp hook into our wrists or bellies. Happened quite often though.
A cook was mighty important in the life of camp. Wasn't no easy job to do. Trying to keep 100 hicks filled was like trying to fill the Grand Canyon. Why, one time, I've seen a man eat 2 pints of oatmeal with 2 pints of milk with 4 tablespoons of sugar on it. They eat about 6 eggs, the same number of biscuits, and 2 or 3 slabs of ham on the side. Then he'd drink about 2 or 3 cups of coffee. And listen, mister, that ain't no rare case. In fact, it was more than usual. Them fellas didn't eat to live, they lived to eat. I always got up at 4 o'clock in the morning with 4 or 5 of the cookies helping me out. We'd cook about 15 gallons of oatmeal, cut about 500 biscuits, and make about 20 gallons of coffee. When everything else was near ready and the biscuits were in the oven, we'd start frying eggs. About 300 would be enough. Mostly our men was quite pleased with their meals, and they'd say Francine Ross
was the best cook on the mountain.